Hello everyone, good morning. At least it's morning for me. I'm not sure what time of day you'll be watching this, but how are you? Hope you guys are having a good day and welcome to the channel. So I am fixing to tear down an old farmhouse, and I realized that I thought I'd already filmed a walkthrough on this place. So let's do a real quick walkthrough and show you what we got. So we've already started a little bit of demolition on the place. We've tore down some usable siding off this place for some other barns and sheds that are on the farm. And we have gutted a lot of the stuff inside. I'm gonna try to widen this screen real quick. There we go. So anyway, this was an old farmhouse. It's probably 100 years old, I'd say, at least. It has been added on to 3 different times from the information that I've gotten. It was originally built, what I was told, during the World War I to the Great Depression time frame, so 19 teens to 1920s. The original portion only went to about this second window, and this got added on later, the porch got added on later, and the back got added on later. So we've cut some stuff out, and it looks atrocious in here, but we've gutted some stuff out. Anything that won't burn or won't go in a dumpster. The plan is we've got a construction dumpster coming today. I actually ought to be out here in about an hour, and we've got an excavator coming here in about a week. I'm going to show you. There's an actual old cistern. That's how old this house is. And I uncovered it the other day. This box is covering up the top, which is actually just the opening. It's hard to gauge what size this is, but this box is probably only like 3 by 3. But there is a 5-foot radius hole that has got a concrete cap, and it goes down about 20 foot. We measured it yesterday. It's got about 3 foot of water in the bottom of it right now. But this actually used to be how they got their water back in the Great Depression. They didn't have a well out here. They didn't have a spring that was close by. So they had a gutter up here on the side of this structure and a pipe running from the gutter. And there's a pipe sticking out inside down here, and water would run off the gutter, fill this cistern, and that's how they got their water. That's what they used to do back in the day. So that's gonna have to get filled in. And I figured up it's about 5 foot radius by about 20 foot deep, so that equals about 15 yards worth of material that's going to take to fill that up. All this stuff is going to go in the construction dumpster. So the excavator is going to come out, and he's going to tear off the roof, and we're going to throw a lot of this stuff that's not burnable into the construction dumpster, and move the dumpster aside, push the house in, and probably set it on fire, and then whatever's left that doesn't burn we'll put into the construction dumpster. So this is the back. I think I filmed some of this stuff before in the previous. So all this trash is going to go in the dumpster. Whole satellite will go in the dumpster. Anything that won't burn will go in the dumpster. And then that old building over there in the corner, that's going to go in the dumpster. So on this side of the house, because we tore off the siding, you can actually kind of see where the original portion of the house was. You can see this old siding seam So this was added on at some point, I think in the 70s. And this right here was the original portion, part of the original square, the old farmhouse. This is the bathroom, it's the kitchen. And then this porch area from here forward was added on. This little room here was kind of what they were using as a storage room, and it's got a washer and dryer hookup in there and everything. That's where their water heater and stuff was. So I'm not exactly sure the dimensions, but I think it's roughly 30 by 40, so including the porch. So roughly 1,200 square foot, including the porch. And it's going to come down, and hopefully we get another building put back here, build a pad. And I'm not exactly sure what we're going to do yet, but workshop, something, not sure. We'll be making more videos later to kind of follow up on what we're doing here. And that pole, we call the electric company, and that pole is going to go down here in the field. Anyway, a little before, and we'll get back to you whenever I get the excavator out here and we get the sucker tore down. I'll try to do some more footage. So a few days for me, a few seconds for you. Another good example of how old this is they used these stones as foundation. I don't know if you guys can see back in there or not, maybe just a little bit, but all the floor joists back in there are sitting on stones and blocks. Stone and block there, stones here, some old bricks, stones. There ain't no telling what's underneath here. There's another stone pillar. We start tearing this down, there's no telling what we're gonna find. First thing in the dumpster. Definitely not the last. So Operation Tear Down the Farmhouse is nearly complete. Got almost everything tore down today. Got it in a big pile. Let's do a little quick walk around. So one thing I want to do, this tree here was going to be overhanging the new structure that is going to be built, so topping it out. That tree there is also going to be over the new structures, plus it's over the top of this well, which is more what I'm kind of worried about, so we'll be cutting that out and bulldoze most of it up. I should say bulldoze, excavator most of it up. Basically just left with remnants. This pile will be gone tomorrow morning. I'm gonna have to move this pole. You saw some of my previous videos. We had a temporary electrical outlet put on this pole. Power company's supposed to come out here in a couple days. They're going to move the pole down into the corner of the field over here, so it is close to the new structure but far enough away. So we'll get a bird's eye view of this mess that we just made. It'll be gone in the morning. Cistern, for what it's worth, a cistern right about here, and it got filled up with a lot of the gravel blocks, concrete. Got filled up pretty easy. It's been raining all morning, starting to let up just a little bit, but we made some pretty good progress this morning. Progress including the fact that I'm soaking wet. But there's a walnut tree sitting here, cut it down. Pine tree here, cut it down. We got these two maples completely cut down. I got a pile of logs over here. And there she sits, what remains of her. I'm gonna let that smolder for a while. We'll come back here in a couple hours, pick through it, get the rest going. About got her cleared.